I want to talk about love languages today. I don't know if I've touched on this much before or not, but it's the only thing that came to me yesterday as a message today was to talk about love languages. So I don't know if this is something really specific for any of you, something that you know a lot about. Maybe you're just getting into it today with me right now. Maybe you just studied love languages. There's something to do with it. Since I don't know very much about it, before I even get into it, I can tell you who wouldn't want all of that. We have words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, gifts, and physical touch. Okay. No way. Okay, so that is the message today in that order. It's not necessarily about the actual different types of love languages and who has them, who doesn't, what they mean. It's more so about the order that I wrote this. So we have someone here who their first step of letting someone know how they feel is going to be words of affirmation. This is flirting, this is complimenting, things like that. The next thing is someone's going to want quality time with an individual here. So maybe someone's going to be asking for, they could ask for a date, or maybe they just ask to like hang out. They want to get to know someone on a deeper level, which I've been picking that up a couple of days. The third thing, after they get this quality time, they could even do it on this quality time experience, like on the date or on the meeting or whatever, the get together. Whatever they want to label it, this is someone who could then choose to do the act of service, and maybe they pay for a meal, or maybe they, I don't know, maybe they bring flowers. They're doing something. Maybe they offer to pick someone up, or I don't know, but this is someone who's going in order. The fourth thing they're going to do, which kind of goes along with acts of service, I could see where they kind of go along with each other. They could gift this person, like I said, the flowers or something. And the fifth is physical touch. So the message is falling in between 3 and 4 somewhere. So we have someone today who's going to resonate with this message, a group of you, where there's an individual who they've already shown you that they care or that they love you, depending on the level or who you are who's watching this. But, you know, it's not gone anywhere. It's, you know, for whatever reason. And they want it to. They want to see some sort of movement, at least, between you and them now. So what's going to happen is they're now going to do some sort of act of service for you, or give you a gift of some type. They could even do both at the same time, or gifts before the act of service. But I don't think so. I think it's going to go in order, because that's what Spirit's telling me. So it's going to go in order. And if this is not another towards you, this could be something that Spirit's advising you to do. Look up the laws, or I was going to say the laws of attraction. Maybe look up the laws of attraction. It's like someone's looking for an individual to really try for them now. They don't want someone who's just going to do the minimal. I guess somebody's, what do you call that? Standards are higher now due to life, you know, heartbreak experiences, things like that. And so someone's built more of an idea of the type of individual that they would like to possibly consider giving their heart to, spending their life with. But someone's really serious in their love life now, because they've experienced, like I said, a lot of life, and they don't want to just waste the rest of their time they have here. Because as we age, we realize we don't know how much time we have here. So everything is really precious to us. And especially, you know, it doesn't really have anything to do with age. I mean, what teaches you that time is precious is things like near-death experiences and loss. That's what teaches you to kind of make sure you don't waste your time as much as you possibly can. So this is someone who's either looking, maybe not looking for, but they're wanting an individual who's going to really fight for them, who's going to go above and beyond and be willing to really truly like show somebody, put in the work, put in the effort. Because I think this is someone who's used to having people who think they can just do the least. And someone's tired of the least. Somebody doesn't want to settle anymore. Basically, they've been settling for people who just what they thought that they were going to get. But now someone's like, I'm not going to do that anymore. I really would like someone to, it's kind of like courting. You know, when we talked about that in another video, I said courting. Somebody wants to be courted here. They want to be treated well, not just on a good dinner night. They want to be completely treated well. This is someone who's like, I'm going to see if I can get somebody like that, whatever like that means. Someone's raised their standards, they've raised the bar, and there's nothing wrong with that. They already know the other side of things, what they can get, but they want to see if they can get something else. Or we have an individual who just really likes someone, or they could love them, or they're really interested in them, and so they're kind of wanting to do their research, for lack of a better term. They want to do their research on things that could help them better understand someone or better get them. And they could be reading things like the 5 love languages or even the law of attraction, just so that I'm clear and I'm not getting confusing. Or it's somebody who wants someone who takes the steps, who really proves themselves to them. Not that you have anything to prove, but you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm hearing somebody who's thinking, back in the day, they would do like crazy things for people when they loved them or when they wanted them. And still to this day, they do in other places, other countries, other cultures. Yeah, they do crazy things to prove they want who they get. So basically, someone's like, I can't physically touch you until I at least check these things off the list first. Like, let me give an example. Let's say someone here has only had a couple of interactions with an individual. I don't know what they looked like, what they did. Maybe it was just a conversation. Maybe it was a date. I don't know. But whatever it is, someone's not all the way in there. You know what I mean? They don't really fully have their foot in the door. And so they're thinking, I want to get closer to this person because this is someone that I'm interested in, someone that maybe even I want, someone I love, someone I would definitely love to get to know deeper. But I'm not going to ever get on that level with them if I don't do these things first. So somebody may want to date someone or get to know them, ask them out. Because the end goal for someone, it looks like, is to be with an individual. The end goal is you. Or they're your end goal. And it looks like, by what I'm picking up on love languages, someone's willing to take the steps. They're willing to do what it takes to pursue someone. And if somebody isn't willing to do what it takes, if they're not willing or they think that you're too much trouble to get or, you know, it's too stressful, then don't get offended. Allow it to be so and allow their energy to move on so that other people can come in who are willing to take the steps. Because if you've already had people in your life that didn't really take a whole lot of steps for you, I see nothing wrong. I'm hearing, I don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Anyways, damn it, why'd you do that? I'm so ADD. Anyway, okay, what was I saying? Something about, I don't see anything wrong with someone here being like, no, I want something different now. I want someone who's willing to fight for me. I want to see how much someone's willing to do for me. That's what I want to see. Because otherwise, I've just settled every other time. I know what I'm going to get when I do that, when I just settle for people who aren't willing to take these actions and these steps. You know, I know what I'm going to get there. So I'm willing to see this time, at least give it a shot, who is willing to also do their part, take the steps. I'm willing to see how far someone would go for me. And I don't think I'm asking for a lot. I don't think that's asking for a lot. Just someone to kind of prove it. It's like, prove it. You love me? Prove it. Because a lot of people can say it. Prove it. Prove that you love me. And maybe someone doesn't want to hear that. Maybe they're like, I shouldn't have to prove it. And it's like, well, then move to the side. Because I do want someone to prove it. Yes. And if you don't like that and that offends, then I'm not the girl for you. I don't find any harm in that. It's just somebody who knows what they want. A lot of times when you get to that level in life, though, where you start knowing what you want and setting the boundaries and everything, people will call you a lot of names. They'll think you're a bitch. They'll think you're an asshole. Man or woman, whoever you are, you know, they'll just think a whole lot of shit. It's not even worth naming. But it's just not the truth. You just have standards now, and if you always do what you've always done, you know, the rest, you always get what you always got. So you don't want to get what you always got. You've had enough of that. You know what I mean? You've had your fair share of what you've always got. So you're doing something different now, or somebody else is, if this is not you. And what they're doing is raising their standards, or they've already raised them. And they want someone who is willing to take the steps and really prove their love, really fight for it. Someone wants a knight in shining armor, they do. They're like, is it too much to ask for? Now, this is not someone, because you know you're gonna have people say it, no one's perfect. That's not what I said. That never came out of my mouth. You're not looking for somebody who's perfect. You're looking for someone who is willing to take the steps. It's that simple. What are the steps? Well, these are the steps right here. Words of affirmation, quality time, acts of service, gifts, and physical touch. Is it too much to ask? You want someone who embodies all 5 love languages. That's it. Maybe even a little more. Maybe even a little less. I don't think that's too much to ask. What you're asking for is not too much to ask. It's just a lot more than you've been asking for, and that's why people are uncomfortable with it, or will be, because they're gonna feel like, whatever, who cares, right? Whatever they feel like. Whatever negative energy they send your way, because they don't like you to have your own wants in life and your own desires and your own standards, but you do. And some of you are saying, like, I don't want to settle anymore. I at least want to even know, does this type person exist? Let a sister know over here. Does this type person exist? Somebody who are like, they're willing to do these things? Does chivalrous men or women exist anymore? Does that exist? Do people do that? Because I want to know, do people court people anymore? If that is still a thing, honey, tell me over here. And I mean like court. Not expecting to fuck you, not expecting anything in return, but like actually treat you like a lady, treat you like a woman. Does that exist? Now, I could turn this whole message around. Yeah, I could see this a different way. The whole love language thing. I only got one thing today, and it was love languages, and we got a whole message off of it. But I could see it differently. You know how I could see it? Some of you may not care anything about fucking love languages. You may be like, you know what, you can read that all day, you can Google all day, you can educate yourself all day on how to get the lady, but I don't really ultimately, yeah, that'd be nice, all those things. But you could bring all those things to me and we still are not an energetic match, because spiritually we do not connect. So some of you may be like, I appreciate these things. I appreciate this sweetness. I appreciate, maybe you've found somebody who's done all these things for you. Maybe some of you have, but that's not a mistake. That car doing that, that's not a mistake. Yeah, but something went off. An alarm went off outside of you, and something said, just because someone's doing all these things and they've mastered the art of wooing you, doesn't mean that they're actually good in your life. You know what I'm saying? Just because someone's, you know, willing to take the steps, these still are just steps on earth. The love languages, that's an earthly thing. I'm not saying anything's wrong with it. I think it's awesome, actually. I never got into it, and I think I should. That's pretty cool. But I'm seeing it from just the spiritual side, where it's like, some of you may actually be like, this would be great. Yes, please do. But there's still no guarantees, because my standards are so high that you could figure everything out earthly that you need to get me here in the 3D, in the physical. But if I energetically do not align with you and I don't get you, then all of that is void. I don't get you at all. There could even be an individual here who's feeling like they did everything for someone here. They did all that they should. They treated someone amazing. Like, they could be very proud of themselves for how much they treated someone well. And maybe even they tell people this. If not, they think it. And they're wondering, like, why did this person not see what I was willing to do? Why did they not see everything I did? And it's like, because maybe you just weren't an energetic match. But somebody finds that hard to believe, because they think that you can just figure out everything here on earth. But it's like, no, there's so much more, and there's so much more important things. This is just here, but it's very important. I'm not diminishing. This is very important. I mean, something to definitely, like, food for thought, things we should probably implement, things we should probably look for. So I think it's something I'm probably going to study myself. But what good is all of these steps if you forget the most important one, you know? So you could figure out all day how to get me, but at the end of the day, I'm going to be sitting back wondering, do you even get you? Do you understand you? Do you know who you are? Because I hope that you do. Like, that's a very big thing. Then this would all be worth it. Otherwise, you know, someone's just basically telling the universe, please don't send me a dud. Please don't send me one of those beautiful ass massive firecrackers that you put off on special events and holidays. You know, the really expensive ones, the ones you save for the very last. Please don't send me one of those type people. And then I go to light it and it's a dud. It's got everything that I wanted. It's the big finale. It's the last one, the final one, the one true one. You know, please don't send me that if it's not, though. I want to know what's inside of this firecracker. I want to know what's in there. What is it composed of? And then I can truly appreciate when I set it off, when I ignite it, when I light it on fire and I watch it do its beautiful thing, because then I truly know what it took to get it to that point, you know? Otherwise, this could all be a loss. It could be worthless. Like, what good is it at that point if it's just a dud? You spend all that money on that big ass firework and can't even use it. I guess you could like take it apart and dissect it and then make it something else, but that would be like a whole different video. I got an idea. I've got something coming to mind that you could make out of it, possibly turn it into something, but that's just not good. Anyways, so yeah, someone's a pyro here, like a pyromaniac. I say we get a mixture of all of it. Someone who does all of these things, they take the steps, they make the effort, they treat you like a woman, like a lady, or whoever you are, whoever and however you want to be treated. And spirituality, their own beingness, their own seeking of truth is first. It's the most important. As long as that's there and someone comes into my life who actually is willing to take the steps, not just willing, but does and tries and courts me, then you got me, honey. Count me in. Where are they? It's only been a good 35 years. I could wait a little longer. Hurry up, though. Yep, so nice. I don't think there's anything wrong with you in life now saying exactly what you want. I think you should. And who cares what they think? If they judge you or they think that you're like a prima donna or they think that you're too high maintenance or whatever, then let them go get somebody who's a little easier to get. It's simple. You know what I mean? Keep your standards the way that you want them and know that there is somebody, obviously there's somebody already here though, because I'm picking up on them. There's someone not only willing to do this, that's about to do it. This is someone who's coming in that's going to do all these things, and you will be an energetic match. You know what I mean? It's like the right one. For how long? I don't know. But for now, it is the right one for you. Which is, that's a breath of fresh air, right? That's a sigh of relief. At least there's another person on this planet that's at the same vibration of you right now. That's exciting to think about, you know? Especially if it's romantic. Because then you're going to be able to have so much, like, dynamic there. Like, you're going to be able to go deep. So deep. Probably deeper than you've ever gone before. And that's hard to fathom because up until this point, the majority of people that are watching this video, you may not have really had that yet. Yet, key word. Yet, my darling. They are coming towards you. And they're going to pursue you ever so feverishly. Feverishly? I heard feverishly. There's a little bit of a like readiness to it, like ready now, but kind of the vibe I'm feeling is this individual who is coming in, who does embody all these things and is an energetic match for you. They want you to get comfortable with them, or they something like that, or vice versa. They want you to know, or maybe you already are. Maybe this is someone who just naturally is comfortable with you, or you're comfortable with them, or you will be. You will be naturally comfortable. This is how you'll know who this is. The one that's the energetic match for you, like the one, if you will. At least it's the one for now, the actual one energetically, spiritually for you. And they're willing to go above and beyond. It's pretty amazing. It kind of seems like it's not real. But that's what I'm getting. This person you'll be comfortable with immediately. Like it's going to be weird because you probably aren't like this with anyone until given a lot of time. And I mean comfortable as in comfortable. Talking about some deep stuff that usually you'd have to be comfortable with somebody to talk about, laying it all out on the line, being very transparent and clear, you know, just being like straightforward. This is what I want. Can you provide this for me? Because if not, you're not going to want to waste your time on me, trust me, because I'm going to be looking for that. This is what I'm looking for. This is what I want. And it doesn't mean you're less than anything and that I think too much and want too much. No, it just means we're two different people. We're not right for each other. And I wish you well on your journey. It's like speed dating, spiritually. It's like people are speed dating in the astral realm right now. Or you could be even sending out the energy to the universe, or somebody you love or you're watching this video for. They've sent the energy out to the universe like, this is what I want. And then so the universe is sending them different people in different ways to pursue them, and they're like, nope, nope. They get like 5 minutes with everybody energetically, and they're like, nope, nope. They just pass them down the line like a conveyor belt to the next person. Oh, this isn't my person. Nope, not them. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you guys for being here with me, and I'll talk to you later. Don't settle.